Good morning, and welcome to the Motivational Devotional, where motivation and spirituality are merged for a daily dose of confident positivity and grounded spirituality. Let me share a few things with you that I hope will help you take on your day. What is the greatest height, the greatest altitude you have ever experienced? Notice that I didn't ask you how high you have ever been, because that might be a very different conversation. No. This is about the maximum altitude from the Earth's surface that you have ever been. Was it in a plane at 42,000 feet? Maybe a hot air balloon at 3,000 feet? Maybe it was at the top of a skyscraper or on the top of a mountain. Being at a high altitude gives a person a sense of accomplishment, an invigorating feeling of power, like being able to conquer nearly anything. That's where we get that phrase about a person feeling like they're on top of the world. If you've been that high up, you know that feeling. Most people have had times in life when we felt like we were on top of the world. An obvious example would be winning a lottery or some other major prize. On a simpler level, getting that call that you were hired for a job you had to work to get, or getting your grade report in school with all A's, or that first kiss from that person you've admired a really long time. That feeling never lasts forever, but it gives us perspective, if only for a brief time. Early in my life, when I had those moments, I tried afterward to do whatever I had done before and recreate that mountaintop altitude experience. I wanted to live there. It never worked and left me frustrated and almost depressed. I wondered what was wrong with me, that I felt like that once, but, well, even if you won that lottery again a month later, you wouldn't feel quite the same, although it would be incredibly exciting. All A's on report cards after that first one become like business as usual. The second, third, and 50th kiss from that person is nice, very nice, but just not equal to that first one. If your mountaintop altitude experience is a spiritual thing, like you're in meditation and it blends into a euphoric feeling of oneness with the entire universe, all of creation, and you feel like you merge with the mind of God, those experiences are incredibly rare, and you will greatly frustrate yourself trying to get the right mix of music and environment to recreate it. When you are blessed with an incredibly high-altitude experience in life, it is just that, a blessing. It is never something you can plan, and it is never something you can recreate with a formula on demand. It is given to you, and you can't take it from the universe. We get into trouble when we try to live life at its highest or on the mountaintop all the time. We must go through valleys between mountain peaks. Even mountain climbers on Mount Everest go through valleys, scale cliffs, and carefully pick their way over treacherous chasms. In the metaphorical sense, by releasing unhealthy attachments and staying engaged in the spiritual journey, we uplevel the grade of daily experience. Your daily experience next year could be the equivalent of a mountaintop experience now. The depth of our valleys can become higher than the mountain peaks that used to make us feel on top of the world. Life is not a flat journey, but it is a process of climbing into higher altitudes of confidence, self-esteem, grace, unconditional love, and connection with the cosmos. We gain these greater altitudes not by learning greater skills and head knowledge, but by having the attitude of a mountain climber. We have things that happen to us every day that could frustrate us into sitting down and not journeying any further, but we can't carry backpacks filled with frustration. We must leave in the valleys those things that would keep us bogged down in swamps. We must travel light by letting it go. Landslides, falling rocks, mosquitoes, or stale provisions don't keep a mountain climber from gaining altitude if any way around those obstacles is possible. Applying this analogy to daily success, we can know that it is our attitudes that will always take us through the valleys so that we gain higher altitudes. That attitude is fueled by letting Spirit renew us with strength and hope, because we're always being led to soar like eagles. Release, renew, ascend. Release, renew, ascend. You will live into greater altitudes because all of creation is conspiring in your favor. Trust that the universe always has your back. Zig Ziglar said, "It's not your aptitude, but your attitude that determines your altitude." Thank you for taking the time to listen today. Please help keep this podcast going by following the Motivational Devotional Facebook page, following @Threefold-Way Radio on Twitter, and sharing the written format of today's message from motivational-devotional.com on your social media. I am deeply grateful for your support, and thank you for letting Motivational Devotional be part of your journey. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Motivational Devotional is a production of Threefold Way Radio, LLC.